Alright, yo, what's up, guys? Named and I'm back again with another interview. This time we're doing our boy, Kelvin Nam. He's actually the winner of our giveaway for 100 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Kelvin, we know you from Toronto. You know you've been slapping mans in the Toronto scene. What makes you a good player? What's your best result in a big tournament so far?
Oh man, so I went to Nationals in 2018 and I placed, I think, 100th place around there, something like that. And then in Montreal, I placed second in the Open Regionals. So yeah, those are my tournament experiences, but I haven't had a lot of time to practice, so I think if I had a little more time, I'd probably do a little better.
Okay, yeah. So you placed second at Montreal. That's pretty sick. What deck were you playing?
I was playing green-yellow Broly BR with like the chain, like going up to this 8-drop and that stuff. Yeah.
Sick. Alright, cool. So you mentioned you were playing Broly BR, green-yellow. If you don't mind, what's your favorite deck in the game right now? Or just overall, all time?
I think my favorite deck was back in set 2. It was like blue-green cell. It wasn't like cell chain, but like hand destruction cell, where you play the Broly stuff and then you like play the 5-drop cell after if they like grew a hand. That was like a time when like I was playing more and I thought I did pretty well with the deck. So yeah.
Alright, man, so you've been playing since set 1, so what drew you into DBS TCG?
So I saw my buddy Journal post on his story about this game, Dragon Ball, and I myself am a big Dragon Ball fan. So I was like, yo, like, what's this game about? And then he put me on. I bought a starter deck, and ever since we just started going to locals, we met a lot of cool people like you guys, like Danny and them, and Alan. Yeah, so that's it.
Sick. What makes you keep playing for the past 2.5 years?
The game itself is like pretty fun. I like the cards, they look great, and honestly, a lot of this is the people. Like, I love the community here. Everyone's super friendly, and like we should all get along.
That's good. So, in your time playing since set 1, Jamal already asked you what's your favorite deck, but what's been your favorite leader of all time, and why?
Son Goku, the Soul Striker, because that was my first leader ever played, obviously, because I was from the starter deck, but it was also the first leader that I took to a regionals, and I actually did a lot better than I thought, so that's why it's my favorite.
Okay, sick. So take a pause from DBS TCG for a sec. Did you grow up watching any of the Dragon Ball animes?
All the time. I still watch Dragon Ball, even on my spare time. That's how much I love it.
Okay, sick. What's been your favorite part of Dragon Ball Super?
When Gohan kicked a Cell. That was the sickest scene ever.
Who is your favorite character of all time in the anime?
It'd have to be Teen Gohan, again, with the Cell. It was just such a sick moment in the anime. Like, he basically became stronger than his dad and started beating up Cell.
Sick. If you could be any character from the anime, who would you be? Would it be Gohan or would it be someone else?
Nah, Gohan's a wuss in the anime. He's terrible now. If I had to pick, I'd probably be like Future Trunks. Not little kid Trunks, Future Trunks, because he's pretty sick. He has a sword and like he doesn't take no business from anybody. That's the kind of person I want to be.
Good.
Yeah, so some personal questions. Where were you born?
In Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Toronto General Hospital.
Cool. What's your background?
I'm Chinese, but I'm also partly Vietnamese. It's complicated, but for those Chinese people that know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, cool, yeah. I'm actually part Chinese myself, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah.
We out here. But are you in school right now?
Yes, I currently go to York University. I'm in my 5th year and I'm about to graduate and go on to do my master's program at U of T, hopefully.
Sick, bro. Kamehameha, all those cool classes. A question about the game, the state of the game. So, do you like the direction of the game and where it's heading right now? Do you think Bandai is doing a good job at the rules and everything like that?
Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job. I think they're listening to the community. They're banning out the cards that are kind of the problem, so I like that. I also like the way all the new cards are. Like, I feel like it's like appropriate amount of power creep, I guess. That's like my own opinion. And like there's more diversity in the game versus like back in set 4 when it was just Hero Storm pretty much and like maybe one other deck. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. So now let me ask you a question about that. You mentioned power creep. So if you could pair two of the top decks like ever from all sets, which two decks do you think will be the strongest, like out of all the top decks from each set, each meta?
I'd have to say Mecha Frieza Apes. That stuff, that was a broken deck. I had no idea how you'd beat it. And probably Hero Storm, just because I was playing Soul Striker around that time, and it was just a nightmare playing that. So, and those would be the two decks for sure.
Who would win with no restraints, no bans, nothing like that?
Mecha Frieza.
Mecha Frieza, you heard it here first. All right, so now I'm gonna ask you a question about some of the players. You mentioned Toronto, like Danny and all those guys. So, if Shad and Zuhair were to go head to head with their best decks ever, who do you think would win?
I'd have to say Shad, just because Zuhair beat me in the Montreal finals, so I'm a little upset at that guy. But honestly, they're both like really good players, so I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Fair enough. Kevin, you got any questions?
So since you started playing, you picked up a lot of strategies. You placed second in Montreal. You've got a lot of good records in shop tournaments. What's the best piece of advice you can give any and all Dragon Ball players, from someone like Named Amandam to the new player to Danny Hype?
Honestly, I'd say it's like practice, but practice well. Because you could practice poorly and play against like a bunch of people who may not be the best players, but then you're just developing bad habits, bad strategies that you think might work. The best way to get better is to play against better players, and that's how you become better yourself. Because now you're surrounded by people who know the game. You're like, oh wow, the strategy doesn't work. Okay, I'll fix it. And you keep thinking. Like take your time with the game. I think that's the most important thing.
Sick. What do you think makes our scene in Toronto or Canada unique?
I think even though like our player base is obviously way smaller than the American player base, like we still have a lot of good players. Like I feel like every regionals that that Canadians go to, I'd say at least like 2 or 3 of them have topped, and like they might not have won the tournament, but they've still like done well.
Facts. All right. Is there anything you want to leave this community with? Any words of wisdom or anything memorable you wanted to take away from your experience or just from this game in general? Anything you want to encourage them with?
I think the most important thing about the game is just have fun, like it's just a game. We're all a community here. We're all here to like, sure, I want to do well. Everyone wants to do well. But the important thing is to have fun. And even when you're losing, if you have that mentality of having fun, you'll never be upset. Don't get triggered. It's the worst way to play a game.
Sick. So it's our boy Calvin. We now met Amanda. We want to thank Harry T in Toronto, Harry Tarantula Card Store and Game Store, for letting us film, for being the spot where we're playing our tournaments now. So check them out, Harry T Toronto. Okay, close to Lawrence and Yonge, or York Mills and Yonge, wherever it is, like in the middle of both those places. But now Amanda, I'm out. Catch you soon.